Hello guys, welcome to today's session. And in our today's project section, we are building a news app. And this project is little bit different from other two projects or previous projects. Cause in this projects we are integrating API. We are getting data from the API, and we are showing in the form of UI in the front end of our app. So without wasting time, let's jump into the project. Firstly, I want to import some of the libraries which I'll be using in this project. For that, first one, I'm using a Dart convert. Uh, this is Dart convert is reason because for importing, because we are converting the JSON data into string format, which is like stored in the internet, and the other one is like import the material, Flutter material dot dart, because it contain all the material widgets which are default in Flutter. So these are the files which we want to import, and the packages I have imported for this projects are uh, firstly is the Google font and the HTTPS. The Google font is for giving the font style, and HTTP is a package which can be used to like get the data from internet. This package provides all the get and post feature from the internet to take or the post data. So this is the project overview. Let's start with the project setup. So for project setup, firstly I'm making a void function or main function. Inside main function, I'm calling uh, inside main function. I can call a runaf function. Runaf function is a function through which the app navigates to its first screen, inside which I have to pass a screen, for which firstly let's create a screen. For creating the screen, I'm creating a stateless widget, and I'm naming it as a news app, and the same thing I'm passing it inside the run app function. So this is a first string to which our app will be navigated, and in return I want to return a material app. Inside a material app, I can give some properties like home, and home also requires the second first screen to which our app will be navigating. So let's call it a stateful widget, and let's name it a home screen, and pass this screen over here. So another thing we can do is to false the debug checker banner for removing the banner thing. So this is a project setup. Let's build our app and try it closely. So till then it is building, let's give it constant everywhere to remove these few lines, and for this I have to change the naming, which can be like optional. uh, so let's start with building the UI. Or before building the UI, let's create some of the variables which will be like we are using in the app. For the variable side, firstly let's create a list of type article, which will we are making a model, for which we are making a model, and it will be a list of articles. So we can name it articles, and initially it will be an empty list. So for removing this error, I have to like firstly define the model for article, and I can also mm, include the function for which from which all the data of the app will be coming. For that, I'm using an API, and the function will be of type future, and which will be returning void. And let's name a function like uh, a fetch articles. So it is a future function. So it will be a async function, and inside which I can firstly I have to give my API key. The API for this app I am using is the news API. The key for this API will be getting from the website which I have here. This is my key for the API. You can like get this key by logging into uh, the news API website. So I have to just paste my key here, and the another thing is the API. Let's name it a response. From there we are getting the response, and for the response, so it is a async function, and we have to wait. So I'm calling the wait function, and here I'm calling the package http.get, because we are getting the UI, getting the things from the backend, and here I have to pass like URI dot parse, and inside parse I have to give my URI link, and the URI link is this. So let's copy this and paste it. So this is our URI link, and the thing we can do is put this here, and you can call this function. So calling this function, I have to give it a name here. So let's import this function. For importing the function, you can call package http dot dart as. So whenever we are using this package, we'll use it from the keyword http, and our error is gone. So this is our API key, and this is our API. And now let's write the condition for getting the response. So for getting the response, we have to write the condition. For condition, let's call it a response dot status code is equals to 200, or we it is a default value of getting the things from the internet. So let's call it a final, and inside final, let's give it a JSON data, name it a variable as a JSON data. The JSON data will be containing the things of format JSON, and so we have to decode into a string. So let's write a response dot body, and now let's call the set state function. Inside set state function, I want to enter all these things inside the list which I have created. So let's add the things. Uh, JSON data, JSON data uh, of list, articles. So we have to convert as a list, and map the data with the article model. We have not created article model. Let's create that too after this from JSON data. So here we are converting the data which we are getting in the form of JSON into the readable form like string and storing it into the list. So let's enter data here. So and dot to list. So this is a function and the, so this is a thing and the another thing we can give is the else code too. So else is here and after else if this is not possible we just want to throw an exception of failed to get articles. So this is our function for getting the things. The only error we are like getting here is to like create the article thing. So let's make an article model first. For making an article model, let's get out of this code and let's create a model. So for creating a model, let's call class and name it as an article which we are using above. So let's make it a model article, and inside article we want three properties of the article which is in the format of string, and the thing we require is title. You can copy this three times and let's change it to the author, and the next thing is description. So this is our model, and also have to make one constructor for this for resolving the error of the same name of the class. And inside constructor we can call a required function and give it all this field uh, the required thing. Copy this three times and let's change the things as the things we require. So our model is created. The only thing left is to like get the data into this model or store all the things inside this model as a map. So let's call this again article and from JSON and store all the things inside the map. String of type string dynamic and JSON. We want to return article of fields like title, which will be like holding the JSON data from the field called title. And similar, we can create other things for the things for this. One thing we forgot to give this if data will be not coming. So let's copy this, paste it here, and the thing we can change is the author name, description, and another description and title here. So the data inside the field which I have given inside the parenthesis will be stored in these field inside our article. So this is our model, and now our errors are gone. Only this error of JSON decoder is coming. So we have to like import the that convert, which will be like solved while we are finishing the code. So here we have created the model, we have created the required function, and we have created the things. So let's shift into the UI. For like creating the UI, firstly like replace this container with a scaffold, and after scaffold, let's call the app bar, and app bar we can define some properties of app bar, similar properties which we used before, like elevation will be a 0, of a background color of white, and we can also give title. So for title, let's call our text widget, and inside text widget we can give multiple styles too, and inside text widget we can give the things like the text which is the news app or something, or here we can give style. For style I'm using the Google fonts of Poppins, and of Poppins here we can define some more properties of the text, like the color, so it will be black, and the next thing I want is the font weight. So font weight will be of 24, or no, for weight we want 500, and for font size we want 24. Font size will be of 24. So now our text is like done. Just only done. So text is done, and the next thing we want to add is the body part. So for adding the body, firstly let's call the body function below this app bar, and call a list view dot builder, because we want to like arrange all the items inside the our app into the in the form of list view, and call the context over here comma index, and we can return something. And before this, let's add some the item count will be of uh, the list we made above dot length, and in the written I want two things. Firstly is the list style, which will be like containing two things. Firstly it is a title, and for title it's like we can copy this style for like saving the time and our effort. And we can also call the subtitle thing, and here we can also paste this. So let's change this. The title we want is like call the articles dot inside articles we have the title, and for like resolving this error, I also have to like initialize this here once again. final articles, which is equals to articles dot length not index. So this is we are using now. Our error is resolved, and similar here I can change this to the uh, thing like uh, the author, and I can also add this articles dot title, not title. There will be the author. So this will be our the things inside the list view, and one thing more we can add is like the function for like going to the another screen. For that, firstly, like try to build this app, but for that, firstly, like we have to call this function for getting the data. So for getting the data, the thing we can do is to like call it in the init state, cause init is a function which will be like running once in an app and always at the beginning. So let's move it inside the override, and inside override I can call a init function, init state function. Inside I can call this function which is like, so the function will be always called at the beginning of this. So I can remove this. So this is done. So let's try to build our app first. Uh, let's like build it again. Till when it is like building, the next thing we will like going to do is to like once like anybody clicks on the article, it will be like navigated to the screen where all the like details of the articles will be like added. So we have to make another screen for that. So till when like it is running, let's make another screen for like giving the details of the app. So it will be a stateless widget, and let's name it a detail detail screen. So the same screen will be called on tap of this list style. So we can also include on tap function. Inside on tap function here, I can write the thing about like navigating to the next screen. So for navigating the next screen, I'm using navigator dot push navigator dot at the type dot push to the next screen. So let's give it a route. For route, I'm using material page route. Inside builder, I have to give the context, and here I can write the screen name. So for the screen, let's call this screen detail screen. So we have like we will be like navigating to next screen. Uh, so let's check our app. I think it is built. So these are all our data. The thing we have to like make changes will be in adding the colors. So I think we can change it to the gray and change the font size into like 12 or making it more appealing and change it to the 16. And well, now let's build the app again. So let's check it once again. So this is our app. This is these all are the like titles, and this is the author name, like who what's so pro about Apple Vision Pro. This is the latest news, and the author is Tom. So this is written in the gray color, and the things is written in the like the title is written in the black color. So we have also added that on tab we will be like navigated to the next screen. So this is a screen, but we have like not decorated it. When we are moving from this screen to the next screen, we also want to share some data. For sharing some data into the next screen, I have to like add something here, like to get the data. So for that, I'm like calling the article thing of type article, uh, which we have like made the data type and calling one thing article for like getting the data. Now we also like have to make constructor for this once again, not the super key. So we can remove it to the calling the required function and like calling required this dot article. So now we have created the space for like getting the details, and the thing we want to like get in this screen is always the article thing, article list. So we'll be getting the articles or the articles. So uh, these are the things, and now like we can design the UI. So for designing the UI, the similar thing we can do is like remove this container with uh, the scaffold, and inside scaffold we can like again on the app bar, or we can like, just copy this and paste it over here. So we can do this, and we can change it to the article details. Article details. And perfect. The also thing we can add is a leading icon for like going to the previous screen. Icon dot arrow I was back, so you can like give it a color of black. So it will be like this. Let's remove this. Already set this. I can call the color and colors dot black. So this is our leading and icon. So we can like build it and like check it over here. So once we can like click here over here, so we are getting the article details which we are designing here, and this one, the arrow side. So this is our app bar, and now like we can design the another thing like bodies. So for body, I have to like go outside of the app bar and call the body function. So inside body again, the thing we want firstly is a column to show all our data, and inside column we want children. And so for the children, like we can call the text again. So we can like copy this text again, which we like made here. So let's copy this text and we can paste it over here. And for this, I have to like exchange it with this, which I am getting here, and let's format it, or we can check. Yes, all the things are coming, and another thing we can add is copy this text once again, and we can give it a like similar thing of author here, author of this, and here I can give so for this text we can change it to the description of the article. So we can just like paste here description, and the thing we can also include is like here I can give it a size box, height 8, and another thing I can give here is this too. Let's try to run our app again. So this is all things. The only things we can change is like give it this a 12 and make it a gray here, and give it this as 40. Let's run this again. So for this, like we can see here, and another thing we can give is this column padding from all sides, which is of like 10, 20. Let's try it with a 10. So this is the thing, or like we can also make this bold and give the padding of 20, and the next thing we can do is call the main axis alignment or the cross axis alignment of start. So let's build this our app again. So this is our final thing, and author is this all the case study. Let's like go to the back page, and then we can also like make this text bold article, and now run the app. So uh, this is our news app. Uh, this is the final app, and uh, let's like these are the all news coming from the API, and let's click on this. Here's is an iOS 17 feature appeared and announced on storage. Let's click on this. So these all things are here. We can see all things, the details and all things here as text and all. So thank you for watching, and I hope you like this video, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe the channel, and let's meet in another video. Thank you.